Asher and Pipeman on W4CY Radio.
Wake up, America! It's time for the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY.com, West Palm Beach's #1 internet radio station. Here's your host, the Pipeman.
This is the Pipeman here on the Adventures Pipeman W4CY Radio, and I'm very excited about our next guest because, man, what amazing musicians and artists they are, you know, and they're from one of my favorite areas of the world, and so let's welcome to the show Pier from Liva. How are you? Did I pronounce it right anyway?
Yes, Pier, you got it? Pier Carlo, it's my first name. Liva, it's the last name. It's Italian. My family name.
Oh, see? So now you can speak Italian on the show if you want. I probably understand your Italian better than French.
Oh,
so
okay. Because in Jersey, there's lots of Italian.
And I'm Italian. I'm actually an Italian Jew.
Okay.
So
your father.
Yeah, my grandfather actually was like, old school Italian. If you catch my drift.
Okay. That's pretty cool, man.
So that must be the reason why you're so good at, matching up metal and classical music. Because I don't know, I think it's the Italian in you that does that. And man, this latest song that you guys did is absolutely amazing.
I think you're right, because Italian, we have the melody inside of us. Maybe it's the opera thing. I listen to a lot of opera. It's maybe in the culture, the singing.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm always I listen to a lot of music. I'm sing all the time. It's maybe from the culture. Yeah, you're the one, and you make this. I think you're the first one who, because
to hit the nail on the head.
That's you. You make the finger on that point. Well, I'm a classically trained classical guitarist. So the mix, we are the first Canadian band to mix metal and classical music, because, when you study in classical college and university, you have to sing in choir. And my wife at this time, and she's still a soprano singer, a classical singer. And two things. When I sing in a choir, I sing in Latin. And one day I tell to me, if I mix metal with this kind of Latin feeling, it will be probably it could be sound good. And on the other side, my wife, when I go to see her in concert, she sang at this moment. She's still singing. So I'm gonna talk in the past. She sang in Spanish, German, French, Italian.
Wow.
And there's opera. There's sacred music, secular music. But when she sang in the sacred music, I don't know, from Bach and Del or lots of Italian composers, her voice was so lovely. So there was a special thing that said to me, okay, if I mix her voice with my music, she play viola. Viola is the biggest violin, so it's a viola. And I write for her. She was, I don't know how to say in English, but in French, a muse. Muse is a person you write for her because
Yeah.
she inspired me.
It's
Well,
the same in English, actually.
so she was my muse. I write all the lyrical things for her voice, her viola, with my metal background.
Now,
The sound starts there. At the end of 1998, the band started at 1997, but she came in the band in 98. And then the sounds of Liva came after that.
so question, is it, would you say with all those languages, would you say it's easier to sing in a different language or to speak in a different language? Or do you think maybe from singing you feel it more, so it's easier to remember?
Singing a song is not talk.
Right.
It's very different. You can sing in Spanish, in German, but you cannot talk in German easier than you. So, but her voice, the manner, the color, all the stuff that was in the music inspired me.
Nice. I love that. And I remember though when I was in college and I was taking like a music theory class, I was so happy because I was a total metalhead, and they were telling me, well, for all those people out there that think like, and this back then, oh, metal's not really musical, and music, and they're not musicians. But what the professor taught me was that metal actually is a derivative of classical music.
Yeah. The metal and the classical music are so, it's the same energy. It's the same kind of rhythmic. There's a lot in common, more than jazz. It's another thing. It's blues, the country maybe, but so people never always said metal and classical are different. Everybody think about that, but it's false. When you explain to them that it's the same energy, you have the same rhythm, they all agree with you.
And you listen to some of the like really old school classical music, it is pretty heavy. Okay.
Yeah.
And especially if you go for the time that it was composed, it was probably the heaviest thing there was back then.
Yeah. There's in metal there's virtuosity. In the era of Bach and Handel, there's lots of Vivaldi. There's lots of virtuosity that we found in metal. The more the heavier sound, I think, arrived in the Romantic era, when orchestra are more bigger, the sounds are more darker. Composer looking for new chords, more darker chords, Wagner, and then all the modern stuff, Stravinsky, the Russian. So at this time, it's very clear that it's a kind of heavy metal before the time.
Yeah. And that's why, like when you take bands like Metallica, who have done symphonic, albums of their songs, it's really not that much different. When I hear like stuff like that, it's not that much different to me. It's just, I think it's filling in the blanks. Actually, it's adding a little more depth to it.
Yeah, the difference between what we do and what Metallica did with the orchestra, the difference is that when I composed, the orchestra is already there.
Yeah,
it's not after the song was composed. This is the big difference. If Hetfield had thinking when he composed Master of Puppet, it couldn't be different, very different. So I'm in this kind of approach. I compose for the drum, the bass, the guitar, the vocals, but there's still space for the orchestra.
Yeah.
Right from the beginning, not after, because after it's maybe too late because all the walls of sound is full, so there's no space for any room for any other instruments or vocals.
Yeah. And
I
I love with this new song how, you know, you combine the operatic voice with the guttural metal voice.
you think you saw the clip, the video clip.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's the story of Samson and Dalila. Maybe in English it's Delia.
Yeah, we say Delilah.
Yeah, because I keep the Latin pronunciation. So yeah, this song, the concept of Samson and Dalila, I have. It's around 2008, 2009. I was think about that, but I didn't found my music to be under the text. So there's no chronology in my songs. I when today if I found a new idea, but it's only 5 seconds, but the song maybe will be finished in 2 years. So I'm not a kind of composer, kind of guy who, okay, today I have to start composing the new album. I take my old ideas becomes new ideas. Okay, so Samson and Dalila was a concept in 2008, 2009. But when Nadine Guertin, the singer, soprano singer, came in the band in 2020, I thought it was the moment to do that song. There's 2 songs on Samson, 1 and 2. Okay, so when Nadine came, I have the all my ideas was there. The cast, she's a woman, I'm a man. I'm gonna do Samson, she's gonna do Dalila. It's like a movie. I want you for this cast. I want you to do the woman. So in 2000, when I brought my new 9-string, I play 9-string guitar, man.
Nice.
So it's so heavy. I have to modify my amps, and it's a new way to see the music for me. But it's what do you say in English? My brain is here, but my guitar is the continuation of my brain. There's an expression maybe in English. So when I played the 9-string guitar from 3 years ago, 4 years ago, this instrument, I found new music, and the text from Samson and Dalila was complete for me. This is what my new music, my new guitar, my new singer, all the elements were there to finish that song. That's life.
And that is I think that is a classical music type of thing. I think a lot of the old school classical music, it wasn't written in one day. It was built, you had a foundation and you built on top of that.
Yeah, well, there's lots of composer who made the symphony. There's numbers, symphony number 1, 2, 3, 4, but it's not chronological.
Yeah,
they write the 4. The first one is the 4th, and then the last one is the number 1. So there, I'm in this mind.
I love it. Well, that comes from being technically trained, right? Like it's a little different. It's a different thought process, and it always is. It's always blown my mind how people don't realize how technically trained most death metal bands are. And that they just all they hear is loud and heavy, but they don't hear the intricacy of the actual musicianship.
Yeah, but there's few are classically trained. There's one guy of a band. It's almost the guitarist who take lessons when they're young. Drummers, singers, bassmen, they always self taught person. But there's so many guitarists who have lesson with a prof what I'm gonna say is that yeah. So I'm classically trained, so it makes me a different composer.
Yeah,
There's another one thing I would like to say. It's the an onion. It's many. You have to peel.
yeah.
So my music is like that. I
I
make
love it.
a peel, and then another one. So when you listen to the song, it's okay. Today I listened one peel. Oh, but the other day, I listen to another. It's always different. So I have to move the perspective when you
Yeah,
listen. It's I always take my music in that minding.
I love it. And so this track, how is it going to fit in with the rest of the new album you're going to drop with? Like, does it all go together to tell a story, or is it each
For
a separate composition from different times, different mindsets you were at?
I always looking for old text, old poems. Uh, I'm for this album, Ecce Mudus. I didn't found a concept for all the album. So the way I worked is small section. So Samson Dalila, it's a section for me. I found so beautiful texts by different poets.
Mm-hmm.
And for the Rome era, for the antique feeling, because when I looking for text, when I go to the library, and maybe, man, I could read 1,000 of text, 1,000 poems, and I have to choose only maybe 10.
Yeah.
So it's very special when I have my music first. I have 10 songs. So when I go to the library, I'm looking for 10 poems. There's a special connection, man. When I read the book, I found, oh, this is one. Goes to text. Text one goes to music number one. So this is the manner I work. The music, it's like satellites. The 10 ideas all over my head.
Yeah.
I came to the library. Oh, this one goes to this one. So
I love it.
this is again the classically trained. I'm methodic. Methodic, is this the right term?
Methodical.
Yeah.
There you go. So how do people reach out to you guys? You on socials, on the web? Check out the new this new song, and then all the other ones that will be coming later.
How do you say that?
Tell everybody how they can reach out to you on social media, on the web.
Okay.
Check out your new music and all that good stuff.
The official website is livaband.com. This is my livaband.com. This is the official website. And then you go to the Bandcamp for all the streaming. It's a very good site, Bandcamp, because the band have more money than the Spotify things and the other that they don't pay for musicians. So
yeah, no doubt.
livaband.com. We have the Facebook official page, a YouTube channel, Liva Music. So this is we have also a TikTok and Instagram. But I would like to say that the guy John Asher from Montreal, he works very well for the promotion. He asked you for this interview, so I really appreciate.
Yeah, he works very hard.
Oh yeah.
I deal with a lot of publicists, and he makes life easy too for me as well, which makes you want to interview people, because if it's made difficult, it's like, yeah, no, I don't want to. So I love it, and man, I love your music. Everybody's got to check it out. And thanks for being such a great musician, and thanks for being on the Adventures of Pipeman.
Yeah, we hope to play in Florida one day. If you know someone, promoter, some booker, we're open, man.
and I go on tour, and I do festivals all over the U.S., UK, and Europe. But you got the DWP festivals here in Florida. You gotta get on. I mean, not in Florida, in the United States. You gotta get on those, because those are the big festivals over here. And you need to get onto. Have you ever played Heavy Montreal?
Heavy Montreal doesn't exist at all. It's
gone
the same
now.
Producer, but the big festival doesn't.
It's not the same anymore, huh?
Yeah, no, not the same. Maybe one day they will, but for now, it doesn't exist.
That's true of a lot of them out there. It's like the big boys are taking over all the festivals, and instead of all the little independent ones.
Yeah, they're still independent here in Quebec and in Canada. We have to go. There's new one. There's lively. There's lots of people who wants maybe smaller venues. It's more easier to talk to the band.
Yeah.
Times change. It's maybe so.
Well, I look forward to seeing you.
Yeah, so
I look forward to seeing you live here in the States.
Yeah, we hope so. So keep on. Let's keep in touch, and we can write it down. Find something.
Absolutely, and you got to bring the dog into the band.
Oh, the dog is in the studio all the time with me when I play the guitar.
See?
Yeah, he's still there and listen to me.
And he was even he or she was answering questions on the interview too. So that's cool.
That's good. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, it's been a pleasure, and your music is badass, and I hope everybody checks it out.
Okay. So thanks a lot, Dean, and have a good night. And thank you for all the fans in the Florida who listen to music on our website, on YouTube, and I can send you the album also, the physical album, and I have a plan to make a vinyl. So
I love it.
It's not cheaper to do a vinyl, but it's an artwork,
It is. It's a full experience that I wish we still had that as the mainstay, because I'll tell you what, I just have these memories of experiences with full albums that kids today will never have.
No. We have to bring them back.
Absolutely. Well, I look forward to this one being in vinyl, and look forward to more from you guys.
Okay. Thanks a lot, and keep heavy metal alive.
There you go.
Thank you for listening to the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.